Hello fam, welcome back to my channel. I am a mom of two based in Saudi Arabia. Today I want to talk about a very crucial matter that has to do with our lives, private lives, our marriage, and every other beautiful stuff that comes in within. The young people of these days go into marriage with this mindset that marriage it's actually something that is going to make their dreams come true. They go into marriage with expectations that marriage is a bed of roses. I am a mom of two, as I said earlier, and I am married for close to 7 years. By November 29, I'm going to be clocking 7 good years in marriage. So when I talk about something pertaining marriage, you should know that I have experience, and I'm speaking from experience. 80% of my friends and people around me are also married. So I decided to talk to those young ones who are aspiring to get married, that they have a lot of work to do. There are a lot of things you need to do in your courtship. Okay, now the courtship is a period set aside for two intending person who have decided that they want to go into marriage. And this period of courtship, the church will say 6 months, some will say 1 year, depending on how you are led. But I'm going to say, if you are getting married, if you are courting someone, if you are in a serious relationship, there are things you need to find out. Okay, there was a video I did previously, and I said that courtship should be the period when you should have one of your highest conversation. Communicate, like ask questions. No question is stupid, no question is useless. Every single question you ask is important, because it helps you to know if it is something you can actually deal with. See, marriage is deeper than what we say. Marriage is deeper than what the preachers come to tell you. Nobody can actually tell you exactly 100% what marriage actually looks like, because what happened to Mr. A marriage might not be what is going to happen to Mr. B marriage. That is why we say that marriage is an institution without graduation. In fact, the moment you come to the altar to be joined together with your husband, to your supposed spouse, you'll be given a certificate. It simply means you go there, you learn. You keep learning, you will unlearn, you will relearn. That is what marriage simply means, okay? As someone who is married for 7 years, and I can't even say that I know it all, because every day I see a different dimension of the man I'm married to, just as he sees a different dimension of the lady or the woman who he is spending the rest of his life with. So, what am I saying in excess? You need to speak first. You have to know what this man actually think. Is this man a believer? Is it a praying type? Is it the one that believes in prayer? If you marry a man who, when it comes to spirituality, you are thinking this way, he's thinking that way, it is going to be harder. It is going to be difficult to come to terms with so many things. We also know that the spiritual controls the physical. Is it the kind of man that actually understands that prayer is important as a couple and even as a family? Is it the man that will willingly want to fast and will encourage you as the spouse to engage in fasting and prayer? Is it the kind of man that believes in vigil, as in dedicating some hours of the night to be with God in prayers? Is it the kind of person that think that God should be the center of it all in your decisions, in your home, and in everything you both are doing? What is the stake about the things of God? Because any man who has little or no respect for God, the truth is, the man will not have a single respect for you as a wife. Talk more of your family, because I know there are men who believe that the moment they have headache, they have to run to a native doctor's house to find out who has sent a projection. They don't believe in coincidence. They don't believe that something can just literally happens out of the blues. There is always a particular interpretation given to that person. There's no way you'll be a believer and this man is somebody who is a traditionalist, and both of you will work together peacefully. It's not going to work. So find out his stand about his spirituality. That's number one. Number two, find out what he thinks about finance. As a married woman, I am here to tell you that love is not enough. Love is not enough to keep any relationship, any marriage. It is not enough. Find out about his finance. Does he have a job? Even if he doesn't have a job, is it someone that has a business? Look into these things, because there's no way you get married to the person. Your bride price, how will the person raise money to pay your bride price? How will the person raise the money to buy you a wedding gown or to do one or two things? It mustn't be a big wedding, but to be able to solve one or two problems. What if you are sick or he's sick or your child becomes sick? What is he going to use to take care of that child, to pay the bills? The house we're going to be living in has to be paid. The electricity and every other necessity that comes with living a good or comfortable life. I am not saying the man should be a millionaire, a billionaire, but there's something that every day, every week, every month, this man has something coming into as his source of income that is going to help the family to solve whatever necessity or family expenses they will be having. You can't run away from this. Look at if this man is a man that is lazy. See, I have seen lazy people. When I talk about people who really don't want to work, who really don't give a damn, but there are men who are lazy. There are men who are so lazy. They are so lazy. And as a woman, you will not want to start thinking of settling down with such a person who believes in sitting at home in the morning, sitting at home in the evening, at night is still sitting at home doing nothing. Nothing. Another question you should ask your spouse or your supposed spouse in courtship is if he has any debts. I have heard people discuss about how their husband is owing hundreds of thousands before they got married to them. They had no idea about such debts when they came into. Now, assuming that you came into the marriage with the intention that after some time, after 2 years or 3 years, you guys are going to buy a land, and you realize that this man is owing some debts, bad debts. Okay, I know there are good debts and there are bad debts. And when I talk about bad debt, I'm talking about this man is the type that we go and take money from people, from friends, or from commercial bank or institutions to go and play Ponzi. The reason why I'm focusing mostly on the men is because this thing is particularly found among them. So find out if your spouse is the one that will collect money and go and play Ponzi. Whether the debt is good or bad, you are the supposed or to be spouse has to be in the know. You have to know the income of whoever you want to settle down with. You also have to ask this man questions about what he thinks about cesarean section and delivering like an Hebrew woman. I have someone who is dear and close to me. When she was pregnant, I was asking her if she would want to go for cesarean section or if a condition present itself, which I'm not praying or we are not praying for, and it happens she has to go for cesarean section. Will she opt for it? Or will she decline? She said she brought this similar topic up with a spouse, and the man said no, that that the mom actually gave birth to all of them through the vagina. So these are things you have to talk about so that you know you stand. It is someone that believes in blood transfusion. If you are in Nigeria, you know there's a particular church that will not allow their members to go through blood transfusion. So these are the things you need to talk about. Go for a blood group. Know what your blood groups are. Know what your genotypes are, because so many persons also have gotten married and at the end of the day realize that they were both AX, and it's better imagined than experienced. Then when it hits on you guys, that your child, your first child or one of your child has to be an XX, the drama is not here. So these are the things you have to talk about. Ask questions about traditions, okay? There's a part of Benue State where a woman cannot have a family planning without the consent of the husband. If she does it, she's in trouble. That is as bad as some traditions can be. There are so many traditions I can't even start talking about on this video. So ask questions. When you are done asking him, try to find out from other people about the tradition of this man, where he's coming from. Know if this man is in a good relationship with his people. It is very important. Know if this man or this woman respects the mom and the dad. Because the man who doesn't respect the mother and doesn't respect the father, how is he going to respect you as the wife? How is he going to respect you as the mother of the children? How is he going to listen to you or even consult you when it comes to taking decisions? So these are questions you need to ask. Go for fertility tests. Yes. A hospital, go there and check yourselves, so that you don't go in and start saying things you didn't bargain for, and things you were not prepared mentally and otherwise. I am not saying in any way that if the woman or the man has a fertility issue, that both of you shouldn't go ahead. But then you already have an understanding that this is what my husband has, this is a problem, and this is what problem my wife to be has, and together, strongly, prayerfully, medically, both of you will seek a solution and work towards it with faith and being patient with each other. I have somebody, a cousin of mine, who got married and she realized that the man was impotent. This man in question knew about it, but never ever brought it to the notice of my cousin. After 1 year and 6 months, they had to go their separate ways. When she was telling me this, I felt so much for her, because this girl is someone who is so decent. I ask questions. You see, the era where people get married blindly has gone. You should also ask your intending spouse what his beliefs or stand are about omugo. I am sounding this as a note of warning. Who don't believe that your mother is supposed to come for omugo? They believe that you should take care of the born child, take care of yourself after you have put to bed. Get to know his beliefs, his understanding about omugo. Is it someone that accommodates people? Is it someone that will accommodate your family? Is it someone that is understanding? Then finally, before I end this video, after searching, finding out, asking questions, please go back on your news. Go back to the only man, to the only person who is a revealer of truths, of all secrets, to ask him everything that you should know about this man. So fam, I hope this video is going to be helpful. And if you know anyone who really is in need of this message, especially the young people, just share. All right? Thank you so much for watching, and see you again soon. Bye.